Okay. In last class, we started cash flow statement. We will proceed further with cash flow statement. What do you mean by cash flow statement? It is a statement which provides a movement of cash flow. When I say cash flow, it consists of two things: inflow of cash and outflow of cash. In this, we have classified three activity. What are the three activity? First activity we call it as operating activity. Second one we call it as investing activity. Third one we call it as financing activity. So in cash flow statement, first we discussed about operating activity. What is the starting point? It is net profit before tax and extraordinary item. With that, non-operating, non-cash items to be added. What are the non-cash items? Depreciation is a non-cash item. Interest is a financing activity. Preliminary expenses is a non-cash item. These are the things should be added back. This is debited to P&L, but it does not represent cash flow, so it is added back. Goodwill written off should be added back. Loss on sale of asset is a investing activity, so it should be added back. Premium on redemption, non-cash items should be added back. Certain items to be deducted. What are the items to be deducted? First one, interest received should be deducted. Second one, dividend received should be deducted. Discount on redemption of shares should be deducted. Profit on sale of assets should be deducted. So that you will be getting what profit? Operating profit. Operating profit before working capital changes. With that, we need to make changes for working capital. What are the changes for working capital? Increase in current asset outflow, decrease in current asset inflow, and increase in current liability inflow, decrease in current liability outflow. Will give you cash flow generated from operation. And in that cash flow generated from operation, you should subtract income tax paid. You will be getting cash flow before extraordinary items. With that, less extraordinary items will give you cash flow from operating activity. Second one, investing activity. Asset side related things will come under investing activity. First one, we will take sale of asset. And when I say asset, land, plant and machinery, building, all the things to be taken. And dividend from investment should be added. Rent received from property should be added. Whatever income we are getting from the asset, it should be added. Less purchase of non-current asset, and less purchase of asset should be subtracted, so that you will be getting cash flow from investing activity. And third activity, it is financing activity relating to balance sheet liability side. In balance sheet liability side, we should have the following things. It is issue of shares should be added, and issue of preference share, issue of debenture should be added, buyback and redemption should be subtracted, interest paid should be subtracted, dividend paid should be subtracted, final dividend, interim dividend, and all the things paid should be subtracted, so that you will be getting cash flow from financing activity. And finally, if you add all the three, you will be getting net increase or decrease in cash flow. And with that, you add opening balance of cash and cash equivalent will be give you closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. What is the starting point of this cash flow? Net profit before extraordinary item. What is the net profit before extraordinary item? It is a net profit at the ending period minus net profit at the beginning period, minus with that, we should add reserves and also add provision for tax and also add proposed dividend. Three things, remember: one is reserve, provision for tax, and proposed dividend. Relating to provision for tax, always remember previous year provision is paid in the current year. Current year provision is created by in the current year closing balance in the provision is created in the current year. For example, assume we have a provision for tax account. Assume we have a provision for tax account. In provision for tax, we have first opening balance and also we have closing balance. Opening balance we will write it as by balance brought down, and closing balance we will write it as to balance carried down. Okay, when no information is given that opening balance of tax is paid in the current year, it is to cash. This should be treated as cash outflow in operating activity. And the whatever closing balance we have, this closing balance is nothing but the provision which is created in the current year. For example, we have a provision for tax account. For example, we have a provision for tax account 2024-25, it is given. Also 23-24 is given. 2 years information is given. Opening balance 1 lakh, closing balance 1 lakh and 20,000. Like that, we have the information relating to provision for tax. When you prepare provision for tax account, first opening balance of provision, it is by balance brought down. With that by balance brought down, it is 1 lakh. Opening balance of provision, it is 1 lakh. Closing balance of provision, to balance carry down, it is 1 lakh and 20,000. Whatever opening balance of tax is there, that tax should be treated as paid in the current year. If no information is given in the question, then whatever opening balance of provision for tax is there, that provision for tax is paid in the current year, that is to cash. And whatever closing balance we have, that closing balance is nothing but the provision we created in the current year, it is 1 lakh and 20,000. Okay, so this will come as a outflow of cash and this will be added to the profit. This 1 lakh 20 will be added to the profit and this 1 lakh will be treated as outflow of cash. It should be subtracted. Next. So already we started doing sums on this. Now we will take up the next question. Take question number 180. Take question number 180. Read question number 180. Following is a balance sheet of Bharat Gas Limited. First one, equity and liability. Second one, shareholders fund. In that we have share capital, 14 lakhs and 10 lakhs. 31st March 2022 opening balance, 31st March 23 closing balance. Opening balance 10 lakh, closing balance 14 lakh. Meaning we have issued some shares to the extent of 4 lakhs. Reserves we have. Opening balance it is 4 lakh, closing balance it is 5 lakh. Opening balance of reserve is 4 lakh, closing balance of reserve is 5 lakh. It means reserve increases to the extent of 1 lakh. Relating to reserve, we have point number 1. What is point number 1? It is reserves and surplus. Note number 1, it is reserves and surplus. In this, they have given the differences due to P&L, opening balance, and in this question, we have some mistake in the year. Please make a correction. The year is in question, it is mentioned as 31st March 24. It is not 24, it is 31st March 22. Okay, and this is 31st March 2022. Okay, and provision for tax for the both the year it is mentioned as 80. That also make a change. For both the year it is mentioned as 80. Actually it is not 80. One year it is 80. For another year it is 60. Then property, plant and equipment. Here also you need to here opening balance of plant and machinery it is 1 lakh and closing balance question number 180. Opening balance of provision is 1 lakh. Where it is? What is the amount of plant and machinery given? 16 lakh and 9 lakh. Correct? So how it is 9 lakhs? How it is 9 lakh? 10 lakh minus 1 lakh will give you 9 lakh. Please make a correction here. Okay, these numbers which I highlighted, please make a correction in your material. These three things are not typed properly, so I made a change. So these three things. Okay, so 10 minus 1 lakh will give you 9 lakh. 18 lakh 50 minus 2 lakh 50 will give you 16 lakh. And intangible asset and all correctly given. Okay, so first information, it is a shareholders fund. Share capital 10 lakh has become 14 lakh and reserves and surplus 4 lakh has become 5 lakh. Long term borrowing 1 lakh 40 has become 5 lakh, meaning loan is received in the current year. And trade payable 60,000 has become 1 lakh. 60,000 has become 1 lakh. Short term provision we have 60,000 has become 80,000. But these things will come under current liability. Okay, operating activity, schedule of changes in working capital, it should come. And assets are given, net current asset is given, fixed asset there, fixed asset like tangible asset is there, PPE given, PPE is 16 lakh and 9 lakh. Opening balance of PPE, it is 16 lakh. Opening balance is 9 lakh and closing balance is 16 lakh. Next, current asset given. That's all. What they are asking, question வாங்க. During the year, machine costing 3 lakhs, on which accumulated depreciation is on which accumulated depreciation was 45,000, was sold for current year 1 lakh and 35. Calculate cash flow from operating activity. This is the requirement. Only they are asking cash flow from what activity? Operating activity. But for our understanding purpose, we need to solve at least one question, one full-fledged question we need to solve. Normally in examination, they are not asking a full-fledged question when I see the last two question papers. But generally they can ask one question at least. If you do the full-fledged question, then only you will understand the entire thing. So another just this question number 180, we will do the full-fledged question, that is from operating, financing, investing, all the three we will do. Okay, because yesterday itself we learned operating and investing. Now we will do the question for what financing, all the three we will do. Okay, first go through this question. இப்போ chat enable பண்ணிட்டேன். Are you able to chat? இவ்வளோ நேரம் டிசேபிள் இருந்திருக்கு, பார்க்கல. ஓகேப்பா, ஃபைன். ஆனால் நம்ம கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஃப்ரம் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டி மட்டும் சால்வ் பண்ண போகிறதில்ல, ஃபுல் கொஷின் தான் சால்வ் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஓகே, ஸோ ஃபஸ்ட்டு ரீட் த கொஷினில் இருக்கிற ஃபஸ்ட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன், ஷேர் கேபிட்டல். ஃபஸ்ட்டு யூ ரைட் ஃபார்மேட் ஆர் கொஷினோட ஆர்டர் படியே சால்வ் பண்ணுவோம், அப்போ ஈஸியாக யூ வில் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். வாட் இஸ் த கேஷ் ஷேர் கேபிட்டல்? வி ஆர் ஓப்பனிங் ஷேர் கேபிட்டல் 10 lakh, closing share capital is 14 lakh. Upper we have some issue of shares, so it is cash flow statement. Cash flow statement question actually they asked only operating activity da, but nama full sum solve panna porom. Cash flow statement of the company name Bharat Gas as on in a date la of cash flow statement of Bharat Gas. First one, cash flow from operating activity. Cash flow from operating activity. Cash flow from operating activity. First one, net profit. Net profit before tax and extraordinary item. With that add non-cash and non-operating expense. Add back depreciation. Add back depreciation. Normally interest will be added. In this question loss will be there, I think. Okay, wow. Then you will be getting cash flow from operating activity, operation, cash flow from operation before working capital. With that, some plus or minus adjustments to be made. Please some space. Please some space. This will give you cash flow from. This will give you cash flow from. Cash flow from operation. This will give you cash flow from operation after working capital less tax paid. Cash flow from operation. Cash flow from operation before for extraordinary item. Actually, this itself in this question, this itself will give you cash flow from operation for this question. Okay, so first one, and after that cash flow from operation we have cash from investing activity. Cash flow from investing activity. Cash flow from investing activity. And with that cash flow from investing activity, leave some more 5 line space. Next one, last one, cash flow from financing activity. Yesterday separator we did investing and financing activity. Now we are going to do a full-fledged question. Now first information. What is the first information in this question? Share capital. Opening balance of share capital is 10 lakh. Closing balance of share capital is 14 lakh. It means shares are issued. Issue of shares. Issue of shares. Issue of shares. 14 lakh minus 10 lakh will give you 4 lakh. 14 lakh minus 10 lakh will give you 4 lakh. First one over. Second one, reserves and surplus. Relating to reserves and surplus, we have note number 1. What is note number 1? Change in profit. This is starting point. Namakku. Change in profit. Net profit before tax and extraordinary item. Adukku we will have a working note. Working note for working note number 1. This working note number 1 is for. We can write this working note after some space. Working note number 1. Net profit before extraordinary items. Net profit before extraordinary items or net profit before tax. Okay, profit at the end of the year. Profit at the end of the year. Profit at the end of the year minus profit at the beginning of the year. Profit at the end of the year minus profit at the beginning of the year. What is the profit at the end of the year? Year end la profit is year end la what is the profit? Profit is 4 lakh, beginning is 4 lakh, ending is 5 lakh. Up end profit minus beginning profit, it is 5 lakh minus 5 lakh minus 4 lakh will give you 1 lakh. This is profit before tax, net profit before tax. With that net profit before tax is 1 lakh. With that net profit before tax 1 lakh, add a reserve. But in this question we don't have reserve. Add a provision for tax. Add what? A provision for tax. Provision for tax of current year. What is current year provision for tax? What is current year provision for tax? You tell me what is the number for current year provision for tax. Before starting the class, I told you about this. We have two number. One is 60 and another one is 80. Which number should be added? For provision for tax, whether 60 should be added or 80 should be added. In the number add pannum. I told you opening balance 60 should be treated as paid and 80 should be, it is current year provision. So 80 should be added. So add how much amount means add back provision for tax. Add provision for tax of current year 80,000. We don't have reserve and we don't have this only we have only provision for tax. But this will give you net profit. This will give you net profit before tax. This will give you net profit before tax. So what is net profit before tax? It is 1,80,000. Net profit before tax is how much amount? 1,80,000. But this working note 1 should come in your answer. First part, this is your first part. Net profit before tax, working note number 1, it is 1,80,000. Okay. So with this we completed the very first thing. What is the first thing? Statement of P&L. What and all we completed, I am going to highlight. This is completed. Provision for tax 80,000 we have done. 80,000 we completed. Still we have not done 60,000. The 60,000 should be treated as tax paid. The 60,000 should be treated as what? Na? Tax paid. Okay, tax paid. Tax paid. It is outflow of cash. How much should be treated as tax paid? 60,000 should be treated as tax paid. I will repeat. Change in profit is 1 lakh. Current year provision for tax is 80,000. That should be added back. What is net profit before tax? It is 1,80,000. Next. Property, plant and equipment. We have to prepare a working note for this. In last class we have done this type of working note. We have plant and equipment. Opening balance of plant and equipment is 10 lakh. Closing balance of plant and equipment is 18,50,000. Opening balance of accumulated depreciation 1 lakh. Closing balance of accumulated depreciation 2 lakh and 50. So open the ledger. 10 lakh, 18 lakh 50, 1 lakh, 2 lakh 50. Open the ledger. Working note number 2. Working note number 2. It is PPE. It is PPE. Opening balance. To balance brought down. Opening balance to balance brought down. Closing balance by balance brought down. Opening balance to balance brought down. Closing balance by balance brought down. Same way, provision for depreciation, or in other words it is called as accumulated depreciation. Provision is a liability. Liability will have credit balance. By balance brought down, and closing balance it is to balance carried down. In all the cash flow question, definitely there will be adjustment for depreciation. Always this adjustment will be there. PPE, provision, both the accounts you should open. If there is a sale of asset, you can open asset disposal account. You can open asset disposal account or machinery. In this question PPE, PPE disposal account. Like this we can open one more account. It will be like a working note only. Okay. Next, first PPE amount. What is the amount of PPE? Opening balance of PPE. What is the amount of opening balance of PPE? It is 10 lakh. Closing balance is 18 lakh 50. 10 lakh, 18 lakh 50, 1 lakh, 2 lakh 50. 10 lakh, 18 lakh 50, 10 lakh. Opening balance of PPE is 10 lakh and closing balance is 18 lakh 50. And similarly, provision oda amount evlo sonna, opening balance is 1 lakh, closing balance is 2 lakh and 50,000. Opening balance posted. Now next come to the adjustment part. Last adjustment during the year machine costing 3 lakh, on which accumulated depreciation is 45,000, was sold for 1 lakh and 35. Machinery costing 3 lakh, cost price of the machinery is 3 lakh and accumulated depreciation is 45,000 and it is sold for 135. Three numbers we have: 3 lakh, 145, 3 lakh 45 and 135. 3 lakh 45 and 135. 3 lakh is the original cost. Appa this machinery is sold. Appa by asset disposal account, by PPE disposal account, it is 3 lakhs, correct? And provision upper in PPE account in PPE it is by provision for depreciation as by asset disposal account. Upper in asset disposal account it is 2 PPE. What is the value of the asset? It is 3 lakh. And what is the accumulated depreciation on the asset sold? What is the accumulated depreciation on the asset sold? Upper 2 asset disposal or 2 PPE disposal, it is how much amount? 45,000. 45,000. Upper in asset disposal account, this will come in the credit side by provision for depreciation. This will give you by provision for depreciation. What is the amount of provision for depreciation? It is 45,000 and it is sold for how much amount? 1 lakh and 35,000. By bank it is sold for 1 lakh and 35,000. By bank it is sold for how much amount? 1 lakh and 35,000, correct? Now so that's all. இப்போ ஒரு அக்கௌண்ட்டா வாங்க பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணுவோம். அதோட பேலன்சிங் ஃபிகரை we will use. First take PPE account. PPE account is having a credit side total more. Tell me what is the credit side total? 3 lakh plus 18 lakh 50. Tell me 3 lakh plus 18 lakh 50 will give you 21 lakh 50,000. With this 21 lakh 50,000, we have debit balance of only 10 lakh. Balancing figure it is 11 lakh and 50,000. Balancing figure is 11 lakh and 50,000. This 11 lakh 50,000 is nothing but to bank. This is nothing but purchase of PPE. Purchase of PPE is outflow of cash. This will come in cash flow statement. In the working note order purpose to bank, it is 11 lakh and 50. That will be treated as what activity? Asset related thing. So investing activity. So it is purchase of PPE. How much amount? 11 lakh and 50,000. Working note number 2. Working note number 2 we arrived this amount 11 lakh and 50,000. Also if you balance this provision for depreciation, what is the debit side total of provision for depreciation? 2 lakh 50 plus 45,000, 2 lakh and 95,000. 2 lakh and 95,000 minus 1 lakh. Can you tell me what is the number? This number will give you 2 lakh 95 minus 1 lakh will give you 1 lakh and 95,000, correct? Can you tell me what is this 1 lakh and 95,000 represents? இது என்னன்னு எழுதணும்? By dash. Yesterday I told you this. This 1,95,000 is nothing but. Can you tell me what is this 1 lakh and depreciation? Very good. This is nothing but by depreciation. This is depreciation for the current year. Depreciation for the current year is a balancing figure. This depreciation of current year will come in cash flow from operation. In this it is depreciation. It is working note number 3. Working note number 3. What is the amount of depreciation? We found எவ்வளோப்பா கண்டுபிடிச்சோம் அது? 1,95,000, correct? 1,95,000. This is the depreciation for current year. So 2 working note, 2 purpose solve. Now third working note. What is the third working note we prepared? What is the third working note? Asset disposal account. Okay. So working note 2 over, working note 3 over. Now working note number 4. In working note number 4, you will be learning you will be finding one more thing as balancing figure. Asset order original cost is 3 lakh. Asset order original cost is 3 lakh. And what is the accumulated depreciation? Total depreciation is 45,000. Meaning, what is the book value of the asset sold? 3 lakh original cost, 45,000 accumulated depreciation. Up a book value of the asset sold is 2 lakh and 55,000 is the book value of the asset. This book value of the asset is sold for how much amount? What is the sale value? 1 lakh and 35,000 is the sale value. Up 3 lakh asset is the original cost. 3 lakhs minus 45,000 will give you 2 lakh and 55,000. This 2 lakh 55,000 is sold for 1 lakh and 35,000. This will give you a loss. This will give you a loss. How much loss we have? 1 lakh and 20,000. This 1 lakh 20,000 loss, we will find it as a balancing figure in this asset disposal account. It means debit side total is 3 lakh, credit side total also 3 lakh. Whatever difference we are getting, the difference we will write it as by P&L. This is nothing but loss on sale of asset. How much is the loss on sale of asset? Balancing figure 1 lakh and 20,000. Either you can prepare this working note or you can prepare a ledger account. Okay, either you can do this calculation in form of working note or you can prepare a working ledger account. I will repeat. Original cost of the asset minus total depreciation will give you book value. Book value of the asset is sold for, book value of the asset should be compared with sale value. You will get profit or loss. If sale value is more, meaning it is profit. If book value is more, meaning it is loss. So I will repeat. What are the things should be considered? What are the things should be considered? Original cost minus total depreciation will give you book value. Book value of the asset should be compared with sale value. If sale value is more, meaning it is profit. If book value is more, meaning it is loss. Okay, so this is how we will find out the value of the asset. Now in this question, all these things we have prepared in form of working note. Upper this loss is there now, 1 lakh 20. Loss is a non-operating item, so upper this should be added back. Add loss on sale of asset. Loss on sale of asset. Working note number 4. What is the amount of loss? 1 lakh and 20,000 is the amount of loss that we arrived as a balancing figure in working note number 4. That's all. Okay, I will repeat again. All the calculation I will tell again. In the sumla, what is the original cost of the asset? 3 lakh. Total depreciation evlo? 3 lakh total depreciation 45,000. Up 3 lakh minus 45, book value of the asset is 2 lakh and 55,000. 2 lakh 55,000 asset is sold for 1 lakh and 35,000. Book value is more. Up we have a loss of 1 lakh and 20,000. Loss will be added with operating activity. Sale value will come in investing activity. Up investing activity ke, in investing activity, sale of asset. In investing activity, sale of PPE. Purchase of PPE is outflow of cash. Sale of PPE, it is inflow of cash. How much is sale of PPE? 1 lakh and 35,000 is the sale of PPE. Correct? Next, proceeding further. So என்னென்ன முடிச்சிட்டோம்? Share capital முடிச்சாச்சு. Because opening balance 10 lakh, 4 lakh, 4 lakh is issue. Profit we have considered. Opening balance 4 lakh, closing balance 5 lakh. Up net profit it is 1 lakh. Long term borrowing, if you see 1 lakh 40 and 5 lakh. Opening balance of loan is 1 lakh 40. Closing balance of loan is 5 lakh. It means loan received is 3 lakh and 60. Up loan received. Loan received will come under what activity? Financing activity. Loan received 5 lakh minus 1 lakh and 40,000. 5 lakh minus 1 lakh and 40,000, 3 lakh and 60,000. This is nothing but inflow of cash. This inflow of cash should be added in financing activity. So opening balance over, reserves and surplus over, long term borrowings over, current liability. Current liability should come in working capital changes. 60,000 we have. Trade payable. Closing trade payable 1 lakh. Meaning increase in trade payable. Increase in current liability. Tell me inflow or outflow? Current liability increases. Inflow or outflow? Current liability. Inflow. 60,000 opening balance. closing balance is 1 lakh. அப்ப inflow is how much amount? 40,000. அப்ப working capital changesல in working capital changesல increase in current liability how much amount? 1 lakh minus 60,000 will give you inflow. How much inflow means 40,000 is inflow. Next, working capital changes over. What is the next item? Trade payable, increase in trade payable. Short term provision, 60 opening balance, 80 closing balance. Relating to short term provision, we have working note 2. What is note number 2? It is provision for tax. Already we considered provision for tax. 60,000 we already considered. Okay, now 80,000 to be considered as current year provision. Opening balance should be treated as paid. அப்ப 60,000 should be treated as paid. Tax paid is 60,000, that is also considered, and 80,000 also considered. That's all. Over. Next, property, plant and equipment we have completed. Accumulated depreciation we have completed. Intangible asset, opening balance we have 6 lakh. Sorry, opening balance we have 2 lakh. Closing balance we have 1 lakh 40. Opening balance 2 lakh. Closing balance it is 1 lakh and 40,000. Meaning there is a reduction in PP. Amortization of goodwill. Amortization of goodwill should be added back. It is a non-cash item. It is a non-cash item. So it should be what na? Added back. Add back. Goodwill amortized. Goodwill amortized. It is 60,000. 2 lakh minus 1 lakh and 40,000 will give you 60,000. 60,000 should be added back. Loss on sale should be added back. Depreciation should be added back. Interest should be added back because interest is a dash activity, financing activity. So all the things I think we completed. Loan we completed, and issue of shares also we completed. Trade payable, there is an increase we completed. Provision for tax, opening balance is treated as paid, and closing balance should be treated as by P&L. So all the liability side items over. PPE we opened ledger. So this also we completed. Provision for depreciation also completed. Next one we have current asset. Tell me, current asset la what happened? 2 lakh asset inventory has become 2 lakh and 50. 2 lakh has become what na? 2 lakh and 50. Increase in current asset should be treated as outflow. Increase in inventory. Inventory is a current asset. Increase in inventory. How much increase? Increase எவ்வளோப்பா? 2 lakh has become 2 lakh 50. அப்ப increase is 50,000. அப்ப 2 lakh 50,000 minus 2 lakh 50,000 minus 2 lakh will give you increase how much amount na? 50,000. But remember, increase in current liability, increase in current asset should be treated as outflow. Next, so this is considered. This is also considered. Next, trade receivable, opening balance 3 lakh. Closing balance it is, opening balance 3 lakh, closing balance it is 5 lakh. Appa how much increase we have? 2 lakh increase we have. Appa increase in trade receivable, 5 lakh. 5 lakh minus 3 lakh. 5 lakh minus 3 lakh will give you 2 lakh. This 2 lakh is also what means outflow. Appa what is the final cash flow from operation? Interest amount also we need to calculate. What is the amount of interest? Do we have interest pa? Loan அப்படின்னு கொடுத்திருந்தாங்களா, long term loan. Interest எதுவும் இல்லையா questionல? Okay, interest இல்ல, so no issues. So அப்ப interest is not there. அடுத்த question போல. So அப்ப tell me cash flow from before working capital changes. Cash flow from operation before working capital changes. What is the amount? 1,80,000 plus depreciation 1,95,000 plus loss 1,20,000 plus loss 1,20,000 How much is cash uh, before this? இதோட ஆன்சர் எவ்வளோ? 4,95,000. 4,95,000 plus 40,000 minus 50,000 minus 2 lakh will give you 2,85,000. Cash flow from operation 2,85,000. And income tax paid should be there. What is the amount of tax paid? 60,000. Provision for tax la goodwill amortized 60, அது ஒரு 60, goodwill amortized ஒரு 60 இருக்கு. So 1,80,000 plus 1,95,000 plus 1,20,000 plus 60. This is 5,55,000. This amount is 5,55,000. With 5,50,000 plus 40,000 minus 50,000 minus 2 lakh will give you 3,45,000. This will give you 3,45,000. With 3,45,000 minus 60 will give you 2 lakh, and cash flow from operation it is 2,85,000. Investing activity oda numbers evlo? What are the numbers for investing activity? Investing activity it is 11,50,000 and 1,35,000. Net what is the investing activity? It is 11,50,000 minus 1,35,000 will give you outflow of cash 10,15,000. Okay, operating activity oda cash flow 2,85,000. Investing activity oda cash flow outflow it is 10,15,000. Then financing activity oda total 4 lakh plus 3 lakh 60 will give you 7 lakh and 60, it is inflow. Now tell me what is the net cash flow? What is the net increase or decrease? Net increase or decrease? In this question increase or decrease paranga. First we have operating activity plus 2,85,000 minus 10,15,000 minus 10,15,000 plus 7,60,000. Appa net increase in cash and cash equivalent will give you 30,000. Okay, this net increase should be added with opening balance of cash and cash equivalent. Opening balance of cash and cash equivalent. What is opening balance of cash and cash equivalent? Go to the question. Opening balance of cash and cash equivalent. This will give you evlo amount 60,000. Opening balance is 60,000. That 60,000 should be added with this amount. This 60,000 should be added with this amount. Upper net increase is 60. So what should be your closing balance? Closing balance of cash it is 90,000. எப்படி நெட் இன்க்ரீஸ் வந்தது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி இன்னொரு வாட்டி சொல்றேன், கவனிங்க. ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டியோட கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ எவ்வளோ? ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டியோட கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஃப்ரம் ஆப்ரேஷன் இஸ் 2,85,000. கரெக்டா? ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டியோட கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ இட் இஸ் 2,85,000. அப்புறம் கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஃப்ரம் இன்வெஸ்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ் அவுட்ஃப்ளோ minus 10,15,000. and cash flow from financing activity. What is cash flow from financing activity? 7,60,000. அப்ப that is plus. அப்ப 7,60,000. இந்த மூணு நம்பரையும் ஆட் பண்ணா, if you add these three numbers you will be getting how much amount? Means net 30,000. These two numbers are positive, one number is negative. First operating activity we have inflow, and financing activity we have inflow. We have outflow only for 10 lakh and 15, that is relating to investing activity. So the net cash increase comes to how much amount? Means 10 lakhs and 15,000. Okay, so this net increase should be added with opening balance of cash. Opening balance of cash is 60. You will be getting final answer closing balance of cash 90,000. That's all. ஆக்சுவலா இவ்வளோ பெரிய கொஸ்டின் நம்ம சால்வ் பண்ணல எக்ஸாம்ல தே வில் நாட் ஆஸ்க் ஆல் த த்ரீ. ஒரே ஒரு வாட்டி கேட்டிருக்காங்க எக்ஸாம்ல, இந்த த்ரீ திங்ஸும் கேட்டிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, பட் predominantly in the last two exams under new syllabus, if you see, they are asking only one part, either investing or financing they are asking. Okay, but operating activity நிறைய sum solve பண்ணி பாருங்க, you will be getting a confidence. Interesting ஆவும் இருக்கும், எல்லா சம்மும் tally ஆகணும். அந்த net increase or decrease you should get. So closing balance of cash comes to how much amount? Means 90,000. That's all pa. So with this we completed this question number 180 also. Question number 180 also completed. Now proceeding to the next question, question number 181. This is normal question like the previous question which we solved. Question number 181. Take question number 181. From the following is a balance sheet of Y Limited. Calculate cash flow from investing activity and cash flow from financing activity. Two things alone they are asking. One is investing activity, another one is financing activity. Balance sheet given. Shareholders fund. Again some alignment mistake. Shareholders fund. Share capital is change this. And the alignment order மட்டும் change பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Share capital is 4 lakh and 2 lakh. Reserves and surplus 2 lakh and 1 lakh. Fine. Long term borrowing 2 lakh 20 has become 1 lakh 50. Short term borrowing, there is no opening balance, and now we have 1 lakh. Borrowings is there, it is financing activity, don't treat it as operating activity. Short term borrowings is there. Short term borrowings note 3 la paranga. Short term borrowings bank kodi, we don't have a loan earlier, now we received a loan, it means 1 lakh loan inflow should be treated. Okay, then trade payable 50 has become 70. Increase short term provision, read point number 4, note number 4, provision for tax. Opening balance should be treated as paid. Closing balance is nothing but current year P&L. Current year la provision created in the current year. So equity and liability given, shareholders fund given, reserves and surplus. Okay, asset, what they are asking? Investing activity, up asset side related thing they are asking. PPE we have 7 lakh and 4 lakh and 7 lakh. Do you have accumulated depreciation? Point number 5, note number 5 la paranga. Yes, we have accumulated depreciation. So opening balance of asset is given, closing balance of asset is given. Also we have accumulated depreciation, opening balance and closing balance. Now 50,000 was depreciation charged on property, plant and equipment. 50,000 is nothing but depreciation charged on property, plant and equipment. By depreciation it is 50,000. Machinery costing 60,000. Machinery costing 60,000. Book value 45,000 was sold for 42,000. Machinery oda cost price 60. Book value kuduthட்டான். Last sum la book value kudukala. In this sum book value is given. It means what is the accumulated depreciation? 15,000 is the accumulated depreciation. I will repeat. Machinery oda cost 60. Book value 45. How? What is book value? Cost minus accumulated depreciation will give you book value. Cost is 60, yeah. Cost is 60, yeah. Book value it is how much? 45, yeah. Accumulated depreciation is 15,000. Is sold for how much now? 42,000. Loan was repaid. Bank loan was repaid on 1st April 22. Bank loan 10% is the loan, and the loan was repaid on what date now? 1st April 22. So these are the things given in the question. Okay, va? Can we do only investing and financing? Illa moonume solve pannalama? All the three. Okay, fine. We'll solve all the three. ஸோ அப்போ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட் ஷேர் கேபிட்டல் லைனா லாஸ்ட் சம் மாதிரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீங்க அந்த ஃபார்மேட்டோட ஆர்டர் எழுதிக்கோங்க. கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்டோட அந்த ஃபார்மேட்டோட ஆர்டர் எழுதிக்கோங்க. அண்ட் தென் குவிக்லி வி கேன் புட் ஆல் த நம்பர்ஸ். ஸோ அப்போ இந்த கொஷினுக்கு சேர்ந்து சால்வ் பண்ணுங்க. சேர்ந்து சால்வ் பண்ணுங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட், cash flow statement. First one, cash flow from operating activity. Cash flow from operating activity. இதுல first one, net profit before tax and extraordinary items. Add back non-cash and non-operating. Add back non-cash and non-operating. Add back non-cash and non-operating. Add back depreciation. எப்பயுமே நிச்சயமா டெப்ரிசியேஷன் இருக்கும், லாஸ் ப்ராஃபிட்லாம் இருக்கும். அதனால லீவ் சம் ஸ்பேஸ். இதெல்லாம் அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணதுக்கு அப்புறமா யூ வில் பி கெட்டிங் கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஃப்ரம் ஆப்ரேஷன். கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஃப்ரம் ஆப்ரேஷன் லைனாக எழுதிக்கோங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட் ஹெட்டிங், அதில் ஆப்ரேட்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டி, நெட் ப்ராஃபிட் பிஃபோர் டாக்ஸ் அண்ட் எக்ஸ்ட்ராடினரி ஐட்டம், ஆட் நான் கேஷ் அண்ட் நான் ஆப்ரேட்டிங், ஆட் பேக் டெப்ரிசியேஷன், cash flow from operation before working capital. Working capital க்கு leave 4 line space, 4 to 5 line space. அப்புறம் you will be getting cash flow from operation after working capital. Cash flow from operation after working capital. Cash flow from operation after working capital. அப்புறம் வேற என்ன இருக்கு? less income tax paid. Okay, this will give you final answer. Cash flow from operating activity. This will give you cash flow from operating activity. Next second activity, cash flow from what? Investing activity. Question ல இது மட்டும் தான் கேட்டிருக்கான். Also financing activity they ask. Investing activity ல நிறைய விஷயம் இருக்காது, பட் ஸ்டில் ஒரு 6 லைன் ஸ்பேஸ் விட்டுருங்க. கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஃப்ரம் இன்வெஸ்டிங் ஆக்டிவிட்டிக்கு ஒரு 5 to 6 லைன் ஸ்பேஸ் விட்டுருங்க. அப்புறமா லாஸ்டா கேஷ் ஃப்ளோ ஃப்ரம் financing activity. Cash flow from financing activity. So first all the three things எழுதியாச்சு. அப்புறமா have one more thing, net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent. Net increase or decrease in cash and cash equivalent. With that, add opening balance of cash and cash equivalent. You should get closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. ஸோ நமக்கு என்ன ஆன்சர் வரணுன்றதை ஃபஸ்ட்டே சொல்லிடுறேன். ஓகே, வாட் இஸ் த க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப் கேஷ்ன்னு பாருங்க. ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப் கேஷ் எவ்வளோ? ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப் கேஷ் இஸ் 50, க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் இஸ் 0. ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப் கேஷ் 22 ஓட ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப் கேஷ் 50, க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் இஸ் 0. அப்போ ஃபைனலாக க்ளோசிங் பேலன்ஸ் ஆஃப் கேஷ் இஸ் 0. உன்னோட நெட்டை நீ வந்து எல்லாத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணா ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் 50 இருக்கா? அப்போ நெட் இன்க்ரீஸ் உனக்கு எவ்வளோ வரணும்னா ஆன்சர் 50,000 வரணும். இதான் ஆன்சர் இந்த கொஸ்டினுக்கு, ஃபர்ஸ்டே சொல்லிடுறேன். ஓகேவா? இது வந்து நெட் இன்க்ரீஸ் அவுட்ஃப்ளோவாக வரணும் 50. அப்போ தான் ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் கூட ஆட் பண்ணால் யூ வில் பி கெட்டிங் 0. சரியா? இப்போ ஒரு இதாக லைனாக சால்வ் பண்ணுவோம். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன், ரீட் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன். நான் ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறமா அதை ரெட்ல ஹைலைட் பண்ணிடுறேன். ஸோ நீங்கள் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா we can proceed further. Opening balance of share capital 2 lakh. Opening balance of share capital 2 lakh. Closing balance of share capital 4 lakh. Meaning there is a issue of shares. How much is issue of shares? 2 lakh is the issue of shares. Opening balance 2 lakh. Closing balance 4 lakh. It means issue of shares is how much amount? 2 lakh. அப்போ go to first activity. What is the first financing activity? Write issue of shares. Issue of shares. 4 lakh minus 2 lakh will give you 2 lakh. 4 lakh minus 2 lakh will give you how much answer? 2 lakh. Inflow of cash. Inflow na plus, outflow மட்டும் minusல எழுதிக்கோங்க. So first number எழுதியாச்சு. Second number. What is the second number? Reserves and surplus. Opening balance 1 lakh, closing balance 2 lakh. Relating to reserves and surplus, we have note number 1. What is note number 1? Reserves and surplus. What is note number 1? Reserves and surplus. It is change in statement of P&L. Opening balance 80,000. Opening balance 80,000 and closing balance 1 lakh 50. Opening balance 80, closing balance 1 lakh 50. It means how much profit increases? How much profit increases in the current year? 70,000. So go to working note 1. Operating act net profit before tax ன்னு எழுதிடக்கூடாது. Go to working note 1. Working note number 1. Working note number 1. It is net profit. It is net profit before tax. It is net profit at the end of the year. Net profit at the end of the year minus net profit at the beginning of the year. Net profit at the end of the year minus net profit at the beginning of the year. Net profit at the end of the year is 1 lakh 50. Net profit at the beginning of the year is 80,000. Appo how much increase we have na? 70,000 is the increase. Add back. Transfer to reserves. Add back. Transfer to reserve. Add back. Transfer to reserve. Add back. Transfer to reserve. Working note 1 liye add back transfer to reserve. It is general reserve. Opening balance in general reserve 20. Closing balance in general reserve it is 50. Opening balance in reserve it is 20. Closing balance it is 50. Appa how much increase we have? 30,000. Appa working note 1 la you should write. Working note 1 la you should write this. Transfer to reserve 30,000. Transfer to reserve it is how much amount? 30,000. Add back. Provision for tax irukkaanu parunga. Mostly provision for tax kuduthirupanga. Provision for tax of current year. Provision for tax of current year. Do you have provision for tax of current year? Oh yes, we have provision for tax. What is current year provision for tax is 50,000. Opening balance should be treated as paid. Opening balance of provision for tax should be treated as paid. current year provision for tax is how much amount? 50,000. அப்ப net அந்த working note 1ல provision for tax you should write as how much amount na 50,000. அப்ப if you add all these three, net profit before tax, net profit before tax, net profit before tax will give you 70 plus 30 plus 50. 70 plus 30 plus 50, you will be getting how much amount na 1,50,000. 70,000 plus 50 30,000 plus 70,000 plus 30,000 plus 50,000 will give you 1,50,000. Go to working note and the solution ponga. Solution la first part, solution la first part, net profit before extraordinary items irukla working note 1 idhula you should write 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Now proceeding further, so provision for tax oda opening எழுதியாச்சு, provision for tax oda opening எழுதியாச்சு, reserves and surplus எழுதியாச்சு. So this number we completed, 2 lakh we completed, also we completed 1 lakh. Now come to next one, long term borrowing. Come to long term borrowing. We have opening balance 2 lakh 20, we have opening balance 2 lakh 20, closing balance 1 lakh 50. Opening balance of loan, we will go to working note 2, note 2 ku போய்டுவோம். Long term borrowing, long term borrowing, we have 10% rate of interest is given. What is the rate of interest of the loan? Loan order rate of interest is 10%. Now be careful here. We have opening balance of loan. How much is opening balance of loan? 2 lakh and 20. How much is closing balance of loan? 1 lakh and 50. It means we have a repayment of loan. First, how much is repayment of loan? Repayment of loan is inflow or outflow? Repayment of loan is inflow or outflow? It is outflow of cash. How much is outflow? Na 70,000 is outflow of cash. When this loan is repaid, question like it is given, this loan is repaid on 1st April 22. This loan is repaid on what date? 1st April 22. It means year order beginning lay how much amount is paid na? It is one. See, we have outstanding of 2 lakh 20. In that, how much is paid? 70,000 is paid. When this 70,000 is paid, this 70,000 is paid on 1/4/22. It is paid. This 70,000 is paid on what date? 1/4/22. It means when you calculate interest of 10%, when you calculate interest of 10%, this interest should be calculated only on the closing balance, which is 1,50,000. Because opening balance la principal 70,000 is paid at the beginning of the year. Since interest is paid at the beginning of the year, this interest 10% should be calculated only on 1,50,000. So this adjustment is very important. But two things in two places it will come. First non-operating la add back interest paid. Add back interest paid. Please write the calculation for interest, which is 1,50,000 is the closing balance of loan. In that 10% interest to be taken, 1,50,000 la 10% comes to 15,000 is the interest. Interest paid is a dash activity, financing activity, whereas interest paid will be debited to P&L. Since it is a financing activity, it should be added back. It is a non-operating expense, so it is added back. Appa interest paid will come in which place? Interest paid will come in which place na? Interest paid will come in financing activity less interest paid. Interest paid. Outflow of cash, it is 15,000. Interest paid is outflow of cash, it is 15,000. Not only this, loan repaid. Loan repaid. Loan repaid is also outflow of cash. How much is loan repaid? 2,20,000 opening balance minus closing balance is 1,50,000. Appa 2,20,000 minus 1,50,000 will give you 70,000. How I get 15,000? I have a closing balance of 1,50,000. In that closing balance, it is 10%. 1,50,000 la 10% comes to 15,000. And this is how you should find out the loan paid. It is 70,000. I hope it is clear. Okay, now proceeding further. So loan order amount we have taken. So loan order 1,50,000 we considered. Also 2,20,000 of the loan also we have considered. Opening balance of loan is considered as well as closing balance of loan is also considered. Okay, next, proceeding further. Short-term borrowings, be careful. This is given under current liabilities. Don't take this into schedule of working capital changes. Working capital changes ku kondu poidadinga. Short-term borrowing. Borrowing means loan is received. Relating to this, point number 3 is given. What is point number 3? It is bank overdraft. It is bank overdraft. We don't have opening balance of loan. Now we have a loan of 1 lakh. We don't have opening balance of loan. Now we have a loan of 1 lakh. It means loan increases to the extent of 1 lakh. Loan received will be treated as financing activity. Loan received will be treated as financing activity. அப்ப financing activity la loan received opening balance illa, but now we have closing balance. How much is the loan we have means 1 lakh. But this 1 lakh should come here as loan received 1 lakh. Inflow of cash. Loan received is inflow of cash. Loan paid is outflow of cash. Loan received is inflow of cash. Loan paid is outflow of cash. Loan received is inflow of cash. Loan paid is outflow of cash. இதுவும் முடிஞ்சிச்சு. So loan over. Loan also considered. Trade payables. Trade payables will come under working capital. Opening balance 50. Opening balance 50. Closing balance 70. Opening balance is 50 and closing balance is 70. It means increase in trade payable. Increase in trade payable is 20. Increase in trade payable. Working capital changes la increase in trade payable. Increase in trade payable, it is 20,000. Inflow of cash plus அப்ப 20 அப்படியே எழுதிடணும். அடுத்து next, short term provision. 30 and 50. Short term provision 30 and 50. Relating to this, already we discussed. என்ன discuss பண்ணோம் short term provision ல 50,000 already we considered. Working note 1 la we added, and 30,000 will be treated as paid. 30,000 will be treated as what? Paid. Income tax paid should be treated as how much amount na 30,000. This 30,000 should be treated as outflow of cash. This 30,000 should be treated as what na? Outflow of cash. So இதுவும் முடிஞ்சிடுச்சு. So balance sheet la liability side la இருக்கிறதுல ஏதாவது doubt இருக்கான்னு பாருங்க. அந்த 50,000 should be added. அது வந்து working note 1 la add பண்ணிட்டோம் already. 30,000 should be treated as outflow of cash. Balance sheet liability la do you have any doubts? See, actually question la they asked only financing and investing, but since we want to have full clarity, we are doing the entire sum. Now come to asset side. Asset side la we have PPE related we have point number note number 5. Note number 5 la first 2 accounts we need to prepare. What are the 2 accounts we need to prepare? One is PPE account, another one is accumulated depreciation account. Appo go to working note. Working note number already 1 we prepared. Now we have working note number 2, PPE account. Also working note number 3, accumulated depreciation account, or provision for depreciation account, or accumulated depreciation. Both are same only, same meaning. First PPE oda opening balance. You write opening balance to balance brought down. Opening balance to balance brought down. Closing balance by balance carried down. Provision for depreciation. Opening balance by balance brought down, and closing balance to balance carried down. Asset will have debit balance. Liability will have credit balance. PPE is a asset. Provision is a liability. Since asset is having debit balance, will come in debit side. Closing balance credit side. Provision is a liability. Liability will have credit balance. Closing balance debit side. Now write the numbers. PPE order numbers. First 7,90,000, 4,70,000. 7,90,000 and 4,70,000. No, 90, 70. 7,90,000, 4,70,000. 4,70,000 opening balance. 4,70,000 opening balance. 7,90,000 closing balance. கரெக்டா? ஓப்பனிங் பேலன்ஸ் எவ்வளோ? 4,70,000. Opening balance 4,70,000. Closing balance 7,90,000. Opening balance of a provision 70,000. Closing balance it is 90,000. 70, 90. Provision la right 70,000 opening balance. Closing it is 90,000. Second, asset disposal account. Asset disposal account. Disposal na sold. ஒரு அசட்டை வித்திருக்கோம், அந்த அசட்டோட அக்கௌண்ட், அதுக்கு ஒரு அக்கௌண்ட். என்ன இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட்ல கொடுத்துருக்கான் பாருங்க. ரீட் த அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட் 50,000 was charged as depreciation. அவனே கொஸ்டின்ல கொடுத்துட்டான் depreciation charged. லாஸ்ட் சம்ல இத பேலன்சிங் ஃபிகரா அரைவ் பண்ணோம். பட் இந்த சம் அவனே இன்ஃபர்மேஷனா கொடுத்துட்டான். 50,000 depreciation charged. அப்ப depreciation charged provision for account depreciation account la by depreciation for current year it is how much amount na 50,000. Provision for depreciation la by depreciation for current year it is how much amount na 50,000. Next, this depreciation will come in one more place. This depreciation will come in one more place. Non-cash item, so it should be added back. In a cash flow from operating la 20,000 should be added back. 20,000 should be dash na added back. Opening balance of provision 70, this is considered. Closing balance of provision considered. Opening balance of asset considered. Closing balance of asset is also considered. Depreciation will come in two places. Depreciation will come in two places. One is operating kuda it should be added. Another one it should be what? It should be considered in the working note. Now machinery oda costing 60,000. Machinery costing 60,000. Book value 45,000. Machinery costing 60, book value 45. Last sum solve பண்ணும்போது கூட I told you these things. Original cost minus total depreciation will give you book value. Book value should be compared with sale value so that you will get profit or loss. In this question, what is the original cost? Tell me what is the original cost of the asset. Asset oda original cost எவ்வளோ? Original cost is 60. Original cost is 60. Book value it is 45. Original cost is 60. Book value 45. Sold for 42. 60, 45, 42. 60, 45, 42. 60, 45, 42. 60. 60 is original cost. Book value 45. It is sold for 42. Okay va? Sale value, book value is more. Appa it is a loss of 3,000. Appa what is your total depreciation? 15,000 is your total depreciation. So question la கொடுத்த நம்பரை டிக் பண்றேன். Other things we arrived as a balancing figure. Okay, அப்போ asset ஓட original cost. அப்ப two machinery it is 60. Two machinery it is how much? 60. By provision for depreciation. By provision for depreciation it is 15. So 60 minus 15 அதான் வந்து book value. This is sold by bank. By bank. This is sold for 42. அப்ப 42 we have inflow of cash. Okay, by PF this is profit or loss. Book value is more. அப்ப it is loss. அப்ப by P&L. Book value is more. It is by P&L. It is loss is how much amount na 3,000. So debit side total is 60. Credit side total is also 60. Nothing is arrived as a balancing figure because all the information is straight away given in the question. So in this working note we will take two things. In this working note we will take two things. One is by bank, another one is by P&L. One is by bank, another one is by P&L. அப்ப by bank will come as sale of asset. By bank will come as sale of asset. Sale of plant and machinery. Question லயே இது given தான். Sale of plant and machinery it is 42,000 inflow of cash. Not only that there is a profit on sale. Profit or loss? 3,000 is loss. அப்ப loss on sale will come in which place na? Working operating activity ல வரும். Operating activity ல add loss on add a loss on sale, or add a loss on sale, it is 45,000 book value minus 42,000, so that we have 3,000 is the loss. That loss should be added back. That loss should be dash added back. So if first account over provision account la you write 2 provision account la 2 asset disposal account, it is 15,000. Similarly இந்த number எழுதியாச்சு. Machinery account la it is by machinery by asset disposal, by asset disposal it is 60,000. if you see machinery account, if you see machinery account, machinery account பாரு. இப்ப machinery ல opening balance debit side total how much? 4,70,000. Credit side total it is 60,000 and for 7,90,000. அப்ப 60,000 plus 7,90,000 will give you 8,50,000. 60,000 plus 7,90,000 will give you 8,50,000. அப்ப 8,50,000 8,50,000 minus 4,70,000, this will give you 8,50,000 minus 4,70,000. 8,50,000 minus 4,70,000 will give you 3,80,000. Will give you 3,80,000. This is nothing but by two bank. Two bank meaning purchase of asset. Two bank code meaning it is what? Purchase of asset. Upon purchase of asset will come in PP account. PP account la that is investing activity la purchase of plant and machinery 3,80,000. Don't forget to write outflow of cash. Don't forget to write outflow of cash. So this account tallied. So இதுவும் முடிஞ்சிடுச்சு. எந்த 20,000 மா? How depreciation 20? எந்த depreciation 20 யா? சும்மா எழுதியிருக்கோம் depreciation 20. 20 இந்த நம்பர் எழுதலையே. Added in non-operating income. Non-operating income இல்ல. Depreciation of current year question ல கொடுத்திரு 20 அது question ல கொடுத்திரு sorry 50 மா. 20 இல்ல 50. It is 50. எப்படி அது 50 அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா depreciation charged on plant and machinery. Depreciation charged on plant and machinery அப்படின்னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்கல்ல 50, அந்த depreciation தான். I think இன்னும் few more depreciation we have. I think you see the asset disposal account, sorry provision for depreciation account total பண்ணுங்க 15,000 debit side total 15,000 plus 90,000, 15,000 plus 90,000 1,05,000 minus 70 minus 50. அதுல balancing figure இருக்கு. Which side total is more? Credit side total. What is the credit side total? 70 plus 50 120. 70 plus 50 120. 120. அப்ப 120 ல balancing figure. What is the balancing figure? 120 minus 90 minus 15. Accumulated depreciation 15. So the balance, we have a balancing figure in accumulated depreciation. How much amount we have? 15,000. இது என்ன 15ன்றத பாப்போம். வேற ஏதாவது asset இருக்கான்னு பார்த்துட்டு வருவோம். சரி, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அப்ப இது வந்து 50 இருக்க கூடாது. இது வந்து 65 இருந்திருக்கணும். சாரி 35 இருந்திருக்கணும். This should not be 50. Let's check. வேற ஏதாவது asset இருக்கான்னு பார்த்துட்டு வந்துருவோம். எல்லா நம்பரும் முடிச்சிட்டோம்னா ஃபைனலா we'll see. ஓகேவா? சரி, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் asset side over. PPE எடுத்தாச்சு. PPE over. Now come to inventories. Now come to inventory. Current asset. Opening balance it is 1 lakh. Opening balance it is 1 lakh. And inventory we have 1,70,000. அப்ப inventory increases. How much increase na? 70,000 increases. Inventory how much increases? 70,000 inventory increases. அப்ப inventory increases will come under outflow of cash, increase in inventory. Increase in inventory. Inventory means stock. How much increase pa? How much increase? Inventory 70,000. அதே மாதிரி debtors increases by 50. Inventory ஓட increase is 70. Debtor ஓட increase is 50. Inventory increases 70. Inventory increases 70. Outflow. Debtors increase. Increase in debtors. அதுவும் outflow. அது 50,000. ஓகேவா? Okay. அப்ப this one also over. This one also over. So last cash we have. All the numbers we have seen. ஒரு வாட்டி cross check பண்ணிருங்க. Bank loans taken. Bank OD also considered. Okay, provision for tax considered. Depreciation considered. But this should not be 50. This should be 35 இருந்திருக்கணும். அவன் 15 கொடுத்துருக்கான். Anyway நம்ம அதை adjust பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஃபைனலா கொஸ்டின்ல இந்த அக்கௌண்ட் டேலி ஆயிருக்கணும்ப்பா. ஏன்னா எல்லா இன்ஃபர்மேஷனுமே இருக்கு இந்த அக்கௌண்ட்ல. ஓகேவா? அப்ப இங்க டெப்ரிசியேஷனை மட்டும் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணுங்க. டெப்ரிசியேஷன் ஷுட் நாட் பி 50. டெப்ரிசியேஷன் ஷுட் பி 35 தான். அப்பதான் இந்த அக்கௌண்ட் டேலி ஆகும். டெபிட் சைட் டோட்டல் அந்த அக்கௌண்ட் வந்து நீ டோட்டல் பண்ணுங்க. டெபிட் சைடில் எவ்வளோ இருக்கு? டெபிட் சைட் டோட்டல் 15,000 ப்ளஸ் 90 1,05,000. அப்போ இது 1,05,000. அப்போ இதுவும் 1,05,000 வரணும்னா டெப்ரிசியேஷன் ஷுட் பி 35. ஆனால் டெப்ரிசியேஷன் 15 கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அதை மாற்றிடுங்க. ப்ளீஸ் மேக் அ சேஞ்ச். டெப்ரிசியேஷன் சார்ஜ் இஸ் நாட் 50. ஐ திங்க் டைப்பிங் மிஸ்டேக்னு நினைக்கிறேன். 35. Depreciation is how much means 35. Depreciation is 35. அப்ப cash flow add பண்ணீங்கல்ல, அதுலயும் 50 add பண்ணாதீங்க. Cash flow add பண்ணது it is not 50, it is 35. ஓகேவா? Fine. That's all. இப்ப பாருங்க, இப்ப டோட்டல் பண்ணுங்க. இப்ப find the operating activity ஓட ஆன்சர் பாருங்க. First net profit before extraordinary item 1,50,000. Add back 1,50,000. Add back 35,000. Add back interest paid 15,000. Add loss 3,000. அப்ப net profit before working capital changes it is how much amount na 2,03,000. It is how much amount? 2,03,000. And increase in trade payable 20,000. Outflow of cash. Inventory it is 70,000. And also debtors decrease it is 5,000. அப்ப net profit before cash flow from operation. Can you tell me what is the amount for cash flow from operation? One lakh 3,000. 1,03,000. Also இப்ப minus income tax paid. Cash flow from operating activity. This will give you how much answer? 73,000. Also investing activity 42,000 inflow minus 3,80,000 netta 3,38,000 inflow or outflow 3,38,000 it is outflow, so write it within bracket. Next financing activity net answer enna financing activity oda final answer 2 lakhs 15,000 correcta 2 lakhs 15,000 inflow outflow it is 2 lakh plus minus 15,000 minus 70,000 plus 1 lakh minus 50,000 sorry, this will give you answer as 2 lakh 15,000 2 lakh 15,000 inflow or outflow I think inflow correcta 2 lakh and 15 exam question la இந்த ரெண்டு விஷயம் தான் கேட்டிருக்காங்க 2 lakh 15 is financing activity also investing activity padi it is 3 lakh and 38,000 okay now I'll complete this question so netta we have what 3 lakh 38,000 3 lakh 38,000 outflow plus 2 lakh 15,000 will give you final answer 338 minus outflow 338 outflow 215 positive minus 338 will give you 1 lakh 23 so exam question la கேட்டது இந்த ரெண்டு விஷயம் தான் 338 it is outflow and 1 lakh and 3,000 ஓகேவா அந்த depreciation ரிலேட்டடா ஏதோ ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் மிஸ்ஸிங்கா இருக்கு so that's why we are not able to get that operating activity அந்த depreciation exactா என்ன நம்பர்ன்றத பார்த்தா we will be getting this final answer ஓகேவா so அப்போ வந்து இந்த மூணுத்தையும் ஆட் பண்ணா you should get netta you should get 50,000 see 338 outflow 338 outflow அப்புறம் inflow எவ்வளோ இருக்கு 2 lakh 15 அப்போ 338 outflow plus 2 lakh 15,000 will give you 123 இங்க வந்து நமக்கு இருக்கிறது எவ்வளோ இருக்கு inflow of cash 1 lakh and 3,000 அந்த depreciation 30,000 some amount நம்ம adjust பண்ணோம்ல ஆப்ரேட்டிங் எவ்வளோ ஆப்ரேட்டிங் 73 ஒரு வாட்டி சொல்லுங்க என்னென்ன நம்பர்ஸ் இருக்கு net profit before taxes 1,50,000 plus 35,000 plus 15,000 plus 3,000 will give you 2,03,000 2,03,000 plus 20,000 minus 1,20,000 tax எவ்வளோ ஓ 73 ஓகே ஸோ அப்போ 73 plus 73 plus and minus 338 and இதோட ஆன்சர் எவ்வளோ plus 2,15,000 plus 2,15,000 you will be getting a net increase of how much amount means 50,000 you will be getting a net increase of how much amount 50,000 so this 50,000 is the net increase opening balance it is outflow opening balance it is 50,000 Opening balance it is 50,000. So net outflow 50 and closing balance it is 0. Final answer also tallied. That's all. I believe you would have understood this. Okay, va? Fine. So that's all. That is about this topic, cash flow statement. Don't think we have done only two questions. We have done two comprehensive questions covering all the adjustments in cash flow. Okay, now we will proceed further with one of the very easiest topic, most easiest topic, comparative statement. Just ஒரு format based thing, you should write the information which is given in the question and you should find some percentage. What is the change in the percentage? You should find out and you can present this easily. You will be getting this marks. First one, comparative statement. The tool of analysis of financial statement which indicates the trend and direction of financial position and operation result is known as comparative statement. This is known as what na? Comparative statement. In comparative statement, we have two comparative statement. We will compare statement of P&L. Also, we will compare statement of balance sheet. What is comparative statement? Just two period information we will compare, and we will find out what is the increase or decrease. Based on that, we give some comment. That's it. That is about what na? Comparative statement. Straight away, we will take one question for discussion. Question number 183. From the following information, prepare comparative statement of profit and loss of Smart Limited. From the following information, prepare comparative statement of profit or loss of Smart Limited. Particulars 23-24, 22-23. Revenue from operation. Revenue from operation meaning it is sales. 24 lakh and 20 lakh. Purchase of stock, nothing but expense. Other expense given, other expense. And what is the tax rate? Tax rate is 50 percentage. Tax rate is how much now? 50 percentage. This is what given in the question. Now what you should do? You should prepare comparative P&L. It is very easy to prepare comparative P&L. We can solve along with me. First one, heading la அப்படியே எழுதிக்கோங்க. Comparative, what they are asking அது அப்படியே heading ல எழுதிக்கோங்க. Comparative statement of P&L for 2023 24 and first 22 23 and 23 24. First one, first subdivision 1, revenue from operation. First write for 31st March 2023. Then write for 31st March 24. What is the absolute change? What is the absolute change? What is the percentage change? What is the percentage change? That's all. These are the columns we have. First one, revenue from operation. First one, revenue from operation. What is the revenue from operation? For first year it is 22-23 it is 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs. For 23-24 it is 24 lakh. How much change we have? 4 lakh. How much change we have? 4 lakh. So what is the percentage change? 4 lakh divided by 20 lakh into 100. It is how much percentage? 20 percentage. What is the percentage? 20 percentage. How it is 20 percentage? 4 lakh divided by
20 lakh into 100 will give you 20 percentage. Last year it is 20, now it is 24. About how much increase take place? 4 lakh increase take place. This 4 lakh I am going to express in terms of percentage. What is how I will write in percentage? 4 lakh out of 20. 4 lakh divided by 20 into 100 will give you 20 percentage. Next, second one, expenses. Heading, major heading is expenses. What are the expenses we have? First expense, it is purchase. First expense is purchase. What is the amount of purchase? 6 lakh, first year 6 lakh, second year first year 4 lakh, second year 6 lakh. First year 4 lakh, second year 6 lakh. Up how much increase we have? 2 lakh. But 2 lakh you express in terms of percentage. 2 lakh out of 4 lakh into 100 will give you 50 percentage. Last year my purchase is only 4 lakh. This year my purchase is 6 lakh. So purchases increased by 2 lakh. The 2 lakh increase I expressed in terms of percentage. So revenue over purchase over. Then other expense. Other expense. Last year it is 2 lakh. Last year it is 2 lakh. This year it is 4 lakh. How much expense increases? 2 lakh increases. This 2 lakh increases you express in terms of percentage. It is how much percentage increases? Means 100 percentage increases. 2 lakh divided by 2 lakh will give you 100 percentage. Total of expense. Expense order total. What is the total of expense? What is the total of expense? Add 2 plus 2, it is 6 lakh. 6 plus 4, it is 10 lakh. Okay, so 6 lakh minus 10 lakh will give you net increase of 4 lakh. Again 4 lakh you express in terms of percentage. 4 lakh divided by 6 lakh into 100. 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is nothing but 66.67 percentage. 66.67 percentage. So total expense. First part is expense. Second part is income. Part 3. It is profit. It is profit before tax. It is profit before tax. What is profit before tax? How to find out profit before tax? Income is 20 lakh. Income is 20 lakh. Expense is 6 lakh. So profit is 14 lakh. Income minus expense. Revenue from operation minus expense will give you profit. Profit is 14 lakh. 24 lakh is my income. 24 lakh is my income. Expense is 10 lakh. 24 minus 10. I will be getting same profit of 14 lakh. There is no change, so there is no percentage. Last year also profit is 14 lakh. This year also profit is 14 lakh. No change. Absolute change illa, percentage change illa. Now less tax. Fourth element, it is tax. Tax should be calculated on profit. It is 14 lakhs into 50 percentage. 14 lakhs into 50 percentage will give you 7 lakh. Current year also 14 lakhs into 50 percentage 7 lakh. There is no change in percentage. So absolute change also same. Percentage also nil. So what is profit after tax? Fifth one, profit after tax, PAT. Profit after tax. 14 lakh minus 7 lakh will give you 7 lakh. Again 14 lakh minus 7 lakh will give you 7 lakh. There is no change in percentage, and in absolute also there is no change. That's all pa. This is called as what na? Comparative income statement. This is called as what na? Comparative income statement. Nothing. All the information are given in the question. All the informations are straight away given in the question. Just we need to compare last year information with current year, and whatever increase or decrease is there, that increase or decrease we should express in terms of percentage. That's all. This is what na? Comparative income statement. One more question we will do for practice. Practice kaga one more question we will do. Take question number 184. Same like last one. From the following information, prepare comparative statement of P&L. Revenue from operation. Last year it is 4 lakh. This year it is 8 lakh. So increase is 4 lakh. Last year it is 2 lakh. And this year it is 4 lakh. Again increase is 2 lakh. Other expense. Last year 80. This year it is 160. tax is 50 percentage. Same like last question. Please try this question. Question number 184 you try. Same format. Heading comparative P&L. Comparative P&L for 20 அதே மாதிரி எழுதிருங்க. Give the information particulars. Give the information particulars. First write for last year, then current year. What is the change? Try this question. 3 mark question. 3 marks consistent இந்த கொஸ்டின் கேட்குறாங்க. நீங்கள் ஸ்கூல் லெவலில் மாடல் எக்ஸாம்ஸ்லாம் எழுதுனீங்கன்னா டெஃபினட்டாக இந்த மாதிரி கொஷின்ஸ் வந்திருக்கும். சாம்பிள் பேப்பர்லேயும் ஐ ஹவ் சீன் சேம் டைப் ஆஃப் கொஷின் ரிப்பீட்டட். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ மகாலட்சுமி லாஸ்ட் கிளாஸில் நீங்கள் ஒரு கொஷின் வந்து டவுட்டாக கேட்டீங்க. இந்த ஷேர் கேபிட்டல் ரிலேட்டடாகவோ பார்ட்னர்ஷிப் ஏதோ ஒரு கொஷின் கேட்டீங்க. ஐ செக்டு வித் தட் கொஷின். அந்த கொஷின் சர்ச் பண்ணி பார்த்தா என்னால் கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல. இன்கேஸ் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த கொஷினை எனக்கு சென்ட் பண்ணி விடுங்க. இந்த நம்பருக்கு சென்ட் பண்ணுங்கள். ஸோ நான் அந்த கொஷின் பார்த்தேன்னா ஐ வில் டெல். ஏன்னா ஐ சர்ச்டு ஃபார் தட் கொஷின் விச் யூ டோல்டு. ஐம் நாட் ஏபிள் டு கெட் தட். கொஷின் நம்பர் 25 ஏதோ சொன்னீங்க. ப்ரீவியஸ் இயர் போர்ட் பேப்பரா? நம்ம சால்வ் பண்ணதும் ப்ரீவியஸ் இயர் போர்ட் பேப்பர். லாஸ்ட் 2 இயர்ஸோட போர்ட் பேப்பர்ஸ் வி ஆர் சால்விங். 24, 25 ரெண்டு இதுவும். So comfortable on by 31st we will be completing our class. We started on 11. On 31st we plan to complete the classes. If required on Saturday or Sunday I will take some extra class. Okay. I don't think it is required. Still we have only few segments: comparative, common size, and ratio, and financial statement. Financial statement is very easy part. I think you would have done this sum. Okay. So I am telling the absolute change. What is the absolute change? 4 lakh. Here it is 2 lakh. Here it is 80,000. And what is the tax? What is the profit before tax? What is the profit before tax? 8 lakh minus 5 lakh 60. 8 lakh minus 5 lakh 60. What is the profit before tax or amount? 2 lakh and 40. Yeah. 2 lakh and 40. Also, inga profit before tax 1 lakh and 20. Yeah. 4 lakhs minus 2 lakh 80,000. 1 lakh and 20. About what is tax? Tax is, what is tax? Tax is 1 lakh 20. Here what is tax? 60,000. About what is the change in profit? 1 lakh 20. and here what is the change? 60,000 is the change. What is profit after tax? What is profit after tax? 2 lakh 40, 2 lakh 40 minus 1 lakh 20 will give you 1 lakh 20. 1 lakh 20 minus 60, tax is 50 percentage. So this will give you 60,000. And final answer is also change is also 60,000. Everywhere you will be getting 100 percentage. Everywhere percentage change you will be getting how much percentage? 100 percentage, because they simply double the numbers. Everywhere you will be getting 100 percentage. No value addition in solving this question. Still practice காக ஒரு question solve பண்ணேன். One more question. One more question. Same thing. Revenue from operation given. அப்படியே numbers double பண்ணி கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So no value addition. Try this question as homework. In the question extra one information is there. Extra one information is there. They ask you to prepare comparative P&L. Revenue from operation given. Purchase is given. It is a expense. Change in inventory given. This is also expense. Change in inventory is given. This is also one more expense. It is given as 25 percentage. 25 percentage on purchase of stock, meaning 24 lakh into 25 percentage. 24 lakh into 25 percentage. Amount comes to 6 lakh. Okay, here it is 12 lakh into 20 percentage. 12 lakh into 20 percentage will give you 2 lakh and 40,000. Correct? 12 lakh into 20 percentage will give you 2 lakh and 40,000. Instead of directly giving the amount, they have given some percentage. So this percentage should be applied on purchases, and other expense given 2 lakh and 1 lakh 60. Tax rate is 40 percentage. We'll start solving this question. First, same heading, comparative profit and loss, comparative profit and loss of Y Limited for 31st March 2022 and 31st March 2023. 31st March 2022 and 31st March 2023. Okay, so comparative P&L information is given. First one, point number 1, first particulars. First we should take 31st March 22, then 31st March 23, then absolute change, then what is the percentage of change? First one, Roman letter 1, revenue from operation. First year 20 lakh, current year 40 lakh. Absolute increase is 20 lakh. What is the percentage? 20 lakh is the last year. This year also increase is also 20. How much percentage change? 100 percentage change. Okay, first point number 1 over. Second, point number 2, expenses. In expenses, we have various expenses that are there. First expense, it is purchase. It is 24 lakh and 12 lakh. Absolute change 12, first we should write 12 lakh, around 24 lakh. Absolute change is 12 lakh. Again it is 100 percentage. Expenses la first expense over. Second expense. What is the second expense? Change in inventory. It is 25 percentage, comes to 6 lakh. 12 lakh into 20 percentage will give you 2 lakh and 40,000. First 12 lakh la 20 percentage 2 lakh and 40,000. 24 lakh la 25 percentage 6 lakh. So increases 2 lakh 40 has become 6 lakh now. It is increases 3 lakh and 60,000. It is how much increase? 3 lakh and 60,000. So 2 lakh 40 has become 60,000. So 3 lakh and 60,000. Express this in terms of percentage. 3 lakh 60,000 divided by 2 lakh 40. It is 150 percentage change. It is 150 percentage change. So first one over, second one over, third one over. Other expense. It is 160 and 2 lakh. Other expense. Other expense 1 lakh 60,000 and 2 lakh. 1 lakh 60,000 and 2 lakhs. 1 lakh 60,000 and 2 lakh. And total this, no ma, change in inventory நெகட்டிவ்லாம் எடுத்துக்க வேண்டாம், அப்படியே எக்ஸ்பென்ஸாக எடுத்துக்கோங்க போதும். நம்ம டிஎஸ் கிரேவால் புக்கில் பேஜ் நம்பர் 3.14ல it is there. The same question was there. Okay. So absolute change it is 40,000. Absolute change it is 40,000. 40,000 you express in terms of percentage. 40,000 divided by 1,60,000, it is 25 percentage. 40,000 divided by 1,60,000, it is 25 percentage. Other expense, then total expense. Expense ஒரு வாட்டி total பண்ணிருங்க. Expense ஒரு வாட்டி total பண்ணிருங்க. So 12 lakh is the expense plus 2 lakh 40 plus 1 lakh 60. It is 16 lakh. And similarly 24 plus 6 plus 24 plus 6 plus 2, it is 32 lakh. So expenses increases by 16 lakh. How much is the percentage change? 100 percentage. How much is the percentage changes? 100 percentage. So expense order total over revenue from operation minus expense will give you profit before tax. 20 lakh minus 16 lakh, 20 minus 16 lakh, 4 lakh, 40 minus 32, 8 lakh. So how much increase? 4 lakh. How much percentage? 100 percentage. Less tax. Fourth element it is tax. Tax is how much percentage? 40 percentage. It is 4 lakh into 40 percentage. 4 lakh into 40 percentage, 1 lakh and 60,000. 8 lakh into 40 percentage, 3 lakhs and 20,000. Increase is 1 lakh 60. How much percentage increase? 100 percentage. So last fifth element, profit after tax. Last element, profit after tax. Profit after tax, 4 lakh minus 6 lakh, 1.6 will give you 2.4. 8 minus 3.2 will give you 8 lakh minus 3.2 will give you 4.8. How much percentage? How much increase? 2.4. How much percentage? It is 100 percentage. That's all. So with this we completed up to question number 186. So other things we will continue in next class. Next class tomorrow. Tomorrow we will continue. Yeah. Bye bye. Bye. Okay, நான் பார்க்குறேன்.